Hey everybody, it's Cuddle, and I'm here with episode 5 of the Darksiders 3 100% walkthrough. So, I totally faked you out last time. I said come here, but, you know, don't actually need to do that. I was just joshing, just playing, you know, pulling a prank, bro.
What would you ask of this humble man?
We are going to go back to Splintered Station. Alright, now we're back. And after a few people pointed it out and I thought about it a little bit more, I decided to make a slight detour for the sake of the story. So while, like I said before, we're going to do a big backtracking episode after we get the next holo, there's a few things we could do right now, but we're not going to do them. One of them, as I switched to the Storm Hollow prematurely, is to go through here and get the stuff that's back there now that we have the Flame Hollow. We're going to do that when we come back. But something that we are going to do right now is we're going to go back to where we fought Wrath. I'm going to take a little shortcut using the Storm Hollow. If you don't have it, you can go around. And we're going to do this for the sake of the story. Because if you recall, we came here and our beautiful horse Rampage came out with a big old angel sword stuck on him. And then we went and we killed Avarice and Sloth and somehow completely didn't mention any of that at all. So we're going to come back and give ourselves a little reminder of the next objective.
Can we go from this place? The present is tiring enough without reliving the sins of the past.
But someone is going to pay for what they did to that animal. They'll pay in screams.
Horse. Still here. Everything else kind of dissipates because the soul like reincarnates or whatever, except for these angels for some reason. And yeah. So if you missed it last time we were here, there is a angel artifact behind one of these pillars. I think it's this one. Sorry, I don't remember exactly. That one or this one. And obviously you can grab it there. And as you might not know, or you might have seen and thought about before, there is a path over here that's open. I am pretty sure this is usually blocked by webbing, although it might have just been blocked by like the fight with Wrath, so you couldn't run away from it. But down there is some more things we could get. However, you're a little under level for that at the moment, so we're actually going to wait on that. And we're not even going to do that during the big backtrack. That'll be the second big backtrack after we get the fourth and final holo. But we can grab that Lurcher cluster there just for shits and giggles and get ourselves a little reminder of our next objective, which is seeing our horse skewered with an angel sword. Now let's find out what the heck happened to him. So we're going to run back. And something that someone else suggested in the comments, I'm sorry, I do not recall your name, but if you did not destroy one of these pillars with the bad beetle, big beetle guy that's not here anymore, to get the healing shard that was in one of these pillars, the one that's not currently here, you can use the explosive bugs to destroy it. So if the big beetle guy did not kill it, you can use the small little fire beetles to destroy it and get the, I think it was a healing shard that was in the pillar right here. But fun fact, it actually isn't missable like I thought it might have been. Alrighty, let's now go back. Again, ignoring potential things we could backtrack. Again, feel free to do so, and then when you follow along later, like backtrack through there, through this hole, you follow along later, you can make sure you didn't miss anything by, you know, watching or what have you. But for the sake of the accessibility of the guide, I just made the decision to kind of like lump some of these backtrackings together after the non-linear portions are kind of over. So someone can jump in at different points and not feel like they might have missed a whole bunch of stuff. Anywho. Alright, so now you might be wondering where the heck do we go? We got this white skull that's telling us to go to the next place. If we follow it, it's going to take us all the way back to the past the Maker's Tree. So we're just going to skip right over there.
What would you ask of this? Please.
And we're going to go back to the Crossroads, which is down the elevator from the Maker's Forge. Now we're back. And there's even some things we can backtrack and get here right now, including a shiny thing that's right up there. But again, we're not going to do it. And I usually only use the Storm Hollow to skip some, you know, some running around that thing twice. And yeah, so we will be back and get the last few things that are in here. But for now, we're just going to follow our skull, which would have led us here if we just followed it even from back there at the splintered station. Destroy a fire weapon here. And crawl through some more holes, which is, I guess, Fury's favorite thing to do. And find our first invisible enemy. So, as you saw, there's maybe like a little shimmering there. You want to make sure he doesn't jump you while he's shimmering. And we see a stasis wall that we're going to come back for as well. And then, people who watch the live stream know my favorite enemy ever. My ultimate foe. That we're actually going to be fighting a special pair of them. Special mean just because there's two of them, not that they're special. Let's see if we can not horribly fight this solo one. This will determine the omen. Not the omen. Determine the oh my gosh, I'm stumbling over my words. Determine the outcome of the future. We're reading our cards for the future with this fight. And, you know, middling at best at the moment. I'll let you get you with the 3. Oh, goodness. Too early. Timing's really messed me up on this guy sometimes. Alright, we're just going to finish him off. Alright, so we didn't die. That's a good sign. I'm taking that as an overall positive, as a win. So we got that, and we got a medium lurcher cluster. And we get a little wrath shard right here. And we see our floaty soul, not ours, just a floaty soul thing that's there whether you die or not. Destroy this mailbox because, you know, nobody needs to get their mail anymore. And that's something that I've been thinking about, that I've seen a few discussions about, is kind of the Alright, take 2. Destroy the mailbox because still fuck the mail. And let's not die to you this time. Okay. Alright, so what was I saying? There was definitely some discussion around yet another game in the apocalypse, post-apocalypse. I think one of the strongest, I have to agree with that, I think one of the strongest things about Darksiders 2 was the world, you know, building and world design. And I'm really disappointed that, I'm also disappointed that we're yet back on Earth in a similar setting to Darksiders 1, where I feel like there's all these more interesting things to explore. Like, we have this whole place, this limbo place that she was in, you know, like, what's that about? I want to learn more about that. You know, things like that. But that's just trying to trigger all these guys here. But, I mean, that all being said, I think thing itself is interesting, but it feels a little retread from Darksiders 1. So I just wish I was more interested in the world that's being built from 2. And a little disappointed we had to go backwards. You know, not just, you know, time-wise, but design-wise in 3. Alright, we'll get the small electric cluster here. But let me know what you think. I'm curious. I think there's no, you know, one of these things, there's just no right answer, and it's definitely okay to like this, because there's a lot of parts I do like about it, so. Medium cluster. Alright, so we're all good down here. Now we're going to pop up back up here to another Vulgrim. Yep, that's right. Just one little area, and we're back at Vulgrim. Alright, cool. Thanks, Volgy.
Good eating.
Just saying hi, because I think you're cool. And if you're like me, you spent quite a bit of time here trying to figure out what this ringy sound was. And as it turns out, there is, someone discovered that there is a body below here that has a cluster of some sort. So nothing super crazy is missing, you know, that, but like some mistake happened and it's below the environment, and you can't like glitch to get to it, but it's not that important. And you just have to hear this ring for all time, every single time you go here to Vulgrim, and that little itch is going to be like, why? And you'll have to tell that itch, shut up, can't get it. Because, you know, talking to yourself all like that is definitely a healthy mental exercise for sure. All right, so we'll go to the right here first and deal with another glowy or camouflaged thingy here. And our favorite boomerang throwers. Set them on some fire. Alright. Or a medium cluster. And something that I actually debated a little bit was like, am I going to get these collectible things here? And the answer is yes. I'm going to get a few things here. So we will be back here because you'll see that Force Hollow thing up there. But since we can't access it right now, and it's not a huge pain in the butt, we're going to come right here and we're going to get another red eye for another fragment, which is always good. Because we're at the fragment stage of upgrading our whip. So I am not going to complain about that. And we're just going to stun lock this harder red eye guy. Julio. Get ourselves a fragment and a large lister cluster. And we will be back. There's actually like the back way in from another path that we will be treading during our big backtracking episode after we get the next hollow. And here is our special little unfair double suffering fight. Not quite as bad as those two beetles from underneath the subway car from last time in the dark, but still not great. And I kind of try to like force them next to each other so that they can't both attack me at the same time and corner me like that. If I do get super cornered, I am going to pop the shard, although I should do the wrath shard. I'm going to do that right now, get them both on fire. I just try to focus one down, and then once you get one down, it's just, you know, still a difficult exercise as I seem to keep making it, but at least it's more doable. Alright, let's watch you. Okay, good, dodge. Oh, actually not too bad. Not too bad at all. And how are you not dead yet? Alright, we got him. We got him. Holy smokes! We died to one of those, you know, just little elite regular guys, and then we took out these two, no problem. Man, sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. There we go. Oh yeah, finish off strong there, Cuddle. Good job, buddy. Pat myself on the back for that one. Alrighty. So we are going to do medium lurcher cluster, small lurcher cluster, demonic artifact, and we're going to crawl through here. And get ourselves Sliver Adamantine, and we will be back for these blue ice walls. Yes, ice. I'm calling them ice. Spoilers alert. Sorry. Well, I think they're ice. I don't know what they actually are. And we're going to take a little shortcut back up from top of the taxi cab. If not, you can still jump up over there. All right. You are the kind of guy that killed me before. I'm not happy with you. I'm going to stun lock you unless you're boomerang throwing buddy. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do this because I just don't want these guys to follow me. Although we're actually not going to go this direction yet. All right. Oh, there's invisible. No, not invisible. Get there. Okay. So we're good. So we're not going up there yet. Don't worry, we'll soon. We're going to go over here. And take on another one of you dumb mofos. Oh, goodness. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. Like, 2 sufferings, no problems. These guys, knock me the F out. Alright, So we're gonna go get this thing over here. If you recall when we were grabbed that thorn shard down there, there's the invisible guy I was thinking of. No, you don't. You could look up and see a glowy thing on the cliffside. We're gonna grab that right now. All right. So long, and thanks for the healing health lurcher. And there it is. Down there is the thorn shard and that back area. So we got ourselves a sliver. We see a path that we could reach right now. Not from here, but from somewhere else. But we're actually not going to do that. And I'll tell you why in a second. Okay, now here's one of our first of these teleporting guys. So these guys are usually pretty fragile. Oh my god. Alright, we're back. We killed everything leading up to here, and now we're back here. Alright, well, come on. Alright, so these teleporting guys, they're actually pretty fragile. However, they can be difficult to dodge. Did a good chunk of damage there. Kind of have to wait. Okay, let's see if I can utilize actually dodging one of his teleporting attacks. Because if you do it too early like that, it doesn't really help. But just to be safe. Good thing I did. And then you kind of have to wait for that to come, and then I can't even get it right here. But it is possible to dodge after the teleport. Okay, we'll give one more shot here. You're gonna have to wait for him, and then you see the blue. Then he comes back. Then you dodge. Okay, that didn't work. Anyway, so the window is right after he comes. Like, you see the blue, that's too early. But then if you don't do it like right after you see the blue, it's too late. So it's kind of like this really small window. But they're kind of fragile, but they do kind of run away. All right, so we're gonna pop our small healing shard here just because I don't want to die when I go back over there. Or to all of these dummies. Good thing we got our crowd control whipping. And we get a health lurcher. Thank you. How are you not dead? Alright, is that all of you? Yes, it is. And we're going to grab our angelic artifact right here. And to the point I was mentioning before, that part of the branch. So you could go up here and get a few things, but then you'll hit a wall because you don't have one of the hollows. So for the sake of the guide, I'm going to wait. If there's anything mission critical up there, you can still get a pretty good upgrades before we get the force, but we'll come back during the force. I just gave it away. The purple access. But we will come back during our great backtrack. So I know that might not be quite what, if you're starting from the beginning, quite what you would want to do if you were starting from the beginning, but I'm just trying to compensate for the lack of linear, the fact that the bosses can be done in different orders, and I don't want people to be stuck or feel like they might miss something because they didn't start with me from the beginning. Although, obviously, they might have. That's the whole point. But this way that they can feel confident that most of the things that they've found will be covered if they're not going to miss anything major. But there's not going to be this... I keep talking about this, but it's not going to be that big of a discussion. Small Lurcher Cluster here. It's not going to be that big of a discussion once we get... Of course, I'll do that first big backtrack. So, anywho, a temporary problem requires a temporary solution for the sake of the walkthrough. All right, that was nice and smooth, and we have another one of these guys. I don't think we can even stun lock them, or maybe we can. I think he teleports away. Yep, we can stun lock him fully. And alright, we got him. Boom, boom. Done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And we're actually going to run over here real quick because I meant to go the other direction. But we go here and we can jump scare this guy who thought he was all safe with his camouflage tech. But he wasn't. Because we got the medium Lurcher Cluster. And before we go in there and deal with that, we're going to jump down here. And grab ourselves a 5th human.
Help! Help! Please!
Oh, you want some help? Sorry, I'm gonna grab this first. And look through here. Oh, that's interesting. A little bit of water. I wonder if we'll go... Yes, we will. Get in there in a second. We get our sliver there. And collect our 5th human.
Get me out of here.
And if you did not know, you get some bonuses. Some mechanical bonuses for rescuing all these humans. So, Fury, thankfully, is going to get something out of it. Not just accessing, upgrading her equipment. So... She will be happy about that, although she doesn't know about that, so oops, sorry. All right, and now we can finally go through this hole. That. Okay. Okay. Bug there, we're going to start that, but we're also going to take all these guys out so we don't die. Right, what the heck's going on here? Like, there's like floating... What? 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 Wait, am I hitting something? I'm hitting something. Okay, this... I've seen a few bugs, but this particular one's not happened to me before. Okay. I wonder if I can even kill it. Can't seem to hurt us. Live experimentation here, folks. Because I have seen this one, but I haven't seen the floating weapons that I can hit somehow. Okay, I am damaging it. All right, well, we're going to see what happens with this. And we have a fun little experiment happening live television, folks. Let's not go back there. We don't want to trigger that yet. It's like not even full frame rate, just the floating weapons. All right, are you gonna drop a sliver or a fragment or something? No, you're not, but you got like 100 souls. Okay, well, I guess get some souls then. Alrighty. And, okay. And you're, I don't know what's going on. There's something about us dying caused them to like spawn on top of themselves or something. I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see what happens when we go back. All right, we're back. Let's see. Okay, so that's gone. All right, so those bodies aren't there. So yeah, those are the same weapons that he's holding, but like it was one with like way more health. So it wasn't a red eye. It was like just like there was the ghost deads and the copies. It was just like a copy, but it wasn't fully there. It had more health or didn't take full damage or something. I don't know. Anyway, hello, Buggy. Get out of my face. You're so cute. Not. I actually feel kind of bad now. Oh gosh. I killed a virtual bug. Oh, okay, nope. I thought you weren't going to be there, but you were. Silly me. Alright. So, Buggy, where did you go? Okay. We're gonna grab you. We're gonna throw you over there. Eat those lavender brains. We're going to grab the medium lurcher cluster that's right there. And the fire sack. Small cluster, that is right there. Wait, where'd you go?
Flashback.
Bye, have a great time.
End of flashback.
Oh boy. Alright guys, we're on a bug hunt. I think this is karma. Alright, after wandering around for too long, I cannot find the bug, so I think this is them in a form of nonviolent protest for the abuse of their brethren. So I would like to apologize on behalf of myself to all of the puppy bug kind. I definitely will not feed you brains that make you blow up ever again. And I guess I'm going to reset. Don't technically need to proceed story-wise, but I'm going to so we get all the secrets. Oh god, I need the secrets. All right, boom, there I got the dodge. And definitely ignore the fact that I had to use Havoc, because that definitely didn't happen. Okay. All right, now we're back. We're back, and the bugs are back. Okay, I'm sorry, bugs. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, not actually sorry. Actually, premature grabbing there. Oh, nope, it still worked. So I thought sometimes you have to destroy the debris that is first. The debris, the breakables that are there first. Before that will destroy the purple barnacle wall thing that's here. So we did it anyway. And now we can go back there, but actually we're going to once again. Oh, I'm so sorry, bug. That definitely was not me getting revenge for you disappearing on me. Alright. Okay, we're not gonna throw you this time. We're gonna walk you over here. And we're gonna go. Oh! There. Eat him. Eat up. Yum, 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 yum. You guys are watching me kill this stuff for the third time, so my apologies for that. And kill you because I just don't like you. And kill you because I don't like them either. And kill you because I want the extra souls. Okay. Alright, so now that I got my anxiety of leaving those up has been satiated, we're going to go down here. And this is the red I thought somehow maybe was spawned up there. So that looks like the same weapons as well. But nonetheless, although this seems to even have less health than that thing did. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that floaty weapons. New enemy type confirmed? I don't know. Alright, we're gonna stun lock you. And your life is over. We get ourselves another fragment of adamantine. And we're gonna come over here. Grab this healing shard in the corner. Because we're cool. And come right here, grab this medium lyncher cluster. Wave to the human that was in there, but we already got it, so there's actually no one there. And a wonderful little fancy demonic artifact. And we have one more thing. So, as you might have already seen, there is that. Hello. So, you want to grab our buggy boy here and sacrifice him to the purple wall gods. And grab ourselves another human.
What is this?
And a large lurcher cluster, which is much more interesting. Although for the first 20, we I'm just channeling fury there. That's all. You know, is definitely not a personal dislike of humanity. I'm just kidding. Not a sociopath, I promise. And
That seems important.
A little ostentatious, if you ask me.
For once, we agree.
I'm gonna say hello to what this skull has been pointing towards the whole time.
What is it?
Something about this place.
Ah, you wish to repent for your sins.
I will not waver to cleave the Watcher head from your Watcher body.
Less sarcasm. Noted, mistress.
Shield your eyes!
Too right. What is that?
Well, well, well. Imagine my disappointment. To think that this is the best the Council has to offer. Of the fabled Four Horsemen, they send the lowliest, the most pathetic of all.
Pride, charming as ever. I've come for you.
Oh, really? As if you'd know what to do with me if you could have me. Please, spare me.
Are you not one of the great seven deadly? Fight me instead of cowering, you pompous, pathetic
Your
excuse!
taunts are a waste of breath, horseman. No more an annoyance than the buzzing of a fly. Beneath my notice, like everything else in the Creator's grand experiment, even the greatest treasures of heaven and hell pale beneath my light. Scurry back to the hole you were born from. Perhaps when I am the only sin left on this sad little rock, you will be worthy of an audience with me.
When I'm done, there will be no sins left standing.
So you say. Considering your current state, I find it highly unlikely that we'll ever meet again. But by the rare chance you do earn my favor, find me in Ares. Though I highly doubt a creature such as yourself would be welcome in a place so refined. I encourage you to surprise me, horseman. Until that time...
What an insufferable creature.
Alright. So yep, that was Pride. And who will be the final sin we have to defeat. And yeah, so there's just a portal here. It's actually kind of cool how it works. Actually, like the horizons line up and everything. I think it's actually kind of a cool effect. But if we go in there, it's just like nothing and it's just a wall. But feel free to explore. But we will be there soon enough. But before we enter this church, we're going to walk over here and we're going to talk about how if we had not already went and done Sloth, we would have now a green skull on here that would want us to take us there. But since we already did, we have a blue skull. And that's going to lead us to the next hollow. But before we continue on through there, like I said, we're going to say hi to Vulgrim.
What would you ask of this please?
I'm not going to ask anything of you. I just want to go through your whole serpent holes. Not, yeah, holes. All right, we're back here because we have some souls to spend, some upgrades maybe to make, but also we saved about 6 humans now, so let's see what we get for that. Oh, we have to talk to the little thing first. All right, buddy, stop hammering your hammer and give me something.
There's a fair bit more noise around here of late, thanks to you. You've given humanity a chance, and in kind, I have a gift for you. This trinket will enhance your raw power, making you an even more formidable threat.
Rider's Mercy. Forged by Ulthane, this medallion harnesses the faith and appreciation of rescued humans, converting it into raw energy that greatly enhances Fury's skills. Ooh! Let's take a look at that. And another thing hanging from our belt, which actually I think is kind of cool. I like that. Another thing hanging from our belt. And... Alright, Rider's Mercy. Lurchers when killing the enemy. Plus 10%. And as you might deduce, as we continue to get more humans, we'll unlock more powers. But I wanted to come here and get this because 10% more souls is nothing to sneeze at. And on that note, I wanted to talk about the Leviathan enhancement. So I've kind of come around on it a little bit since we're here.
What would you ask of? Take your time.
So you can actually get, you know, just on the default, you get plus 5 lurchers from breaking objects. And as you see, we destroy a lot of stuff, especially while we're trying to collect all the different, you know, things that might be hiding in them. So that can add up pretty quickly. And now that we're done with the 2 scalable bosses, Avarice and Sloth, I think it makes sense to maybe start integrating this into our arsenal. However, I'm going to wait till that big backtrack episode once again, because something I really dislike about it is that you have to put on a weapon for you to destroy things, and actually it works really well in the Force Hollow, which, sorry, spoilers, we'll be getting that in a little bit, because that can also destroy cars and stuff like that, which the other ones cannot. And I really dislike having to, like, you know, put a powerful thing on the whip to help with battle, and then flip onto this to then go, you know, destroy scenery. And it's just like, I hate going to the menu that many times, so I'm going to hold off on this. I'm going to save it for a little while. You might have also seen this after we actually defeated Avarice, but we're going to talk about that another time. As you can see, the stats haven't actually changed much. All the changes, instead of, you know, fire damage from the flame damage, it's now storm damage. But same lurcher, same physical damage reduction, so it's not really worth our money at the moment. We do have these angelic artifacts from when we killed Sloth, so we have a few different things we can do. So since we're here, now we got 10 additional. One thing to note though is that this is 10 from killing an enemy, so it doesn't affect when we skull crush face. 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 Let's see where we are with Ulthane. Go back and forth, wasting time. Because I don't want to buy slivers or artifacts that I don't need to yet. I'd rather upgrade. Now that the scaling stuff's done, we can just kind of go crazy with our levels. Although, my recommendation is still to go around 40, because actually if you hit 50, there can be a bug in the next area where everything's scaled to like beyond impossible difficulty if you're up above 50 before you reach that area the first time. So definitely stay below 50. All right, where are we at? Where are we at? 2 fragments, and I think I am going to upgrade the Chains of Scorn, because that's my favorite arcane thing. We're 3 to 4 slivers. I'm not going to buy a sliver just for that, because I'm not even using it right now. We have the Balanced Fortifier. And how are we doing on that? So we can start putting stuff in Juggernaut, which is, I think, one of the other 5 I'm going to do. And again, I'm not going to do Chaos yet. I think I'm going to go with physical damage reduction, because if it wasn't clear, I sometimes, you know, get boned. So we're going to do that. Have the passive physical damage reduction. And since there's only 3 for sale, not 4, I would have bought it if they had 4, but since there's only 3, I'm going to wait on that. And since I'm upgraded, they won't disappear, so you don't have to worry about that. And I'm actually in the wrong menu, haha, but I'll buy one of these since I'm here. And we want to, pressing buttons, difficult job here. All right, so we're going to start feeding some souls. Let's see how many we can get out of this. Because we got our asses kind of handed to us last time. I think it's about time to upgrade anyway. Level 19, okay.
As you wish. Farewell for now.
Maybe we could have waited and done it then. I don't know. I think now is the right time, since scaling doesn't really matter anymore, except for DLC, but again, we're shooting for 40. Okay, so one thing we haven't mentioned before that is also very helpful is that there is a depreciation value to each level invested at certain points. The first one being like level 10. So level 10 is the last time you get a full upgrade for the level. After that, like instead of, like I said, 5%, at level 10 to 11, for example, I believe we get 4%. So it starts like the depreciating returns, as it were. So that's definitely like the first goal with our levels. So let's get 10 in each, get maximum out of all of our attribute points, and then we'll start kind of specializing more from there. But for now, I'm going to try to kind of match. As you can see there, our healing total capacity is 375. So I'm going to kind of try to get to that much health, which is where we're at now. And then the rest I'm going to put into... Yeah, I mean... Alright, just because I don't like dying, I'm going to put it here for the sake of the video, but if it wasn't the video, I might have done less than a health. We kept up 7 or 8. And we're going to get this to... Yeah, 10, 5, 6. I like that. Alright. Let's see how this goes. And now we got 10% more stuff coming in. We will be in good shape.
Great. Please take your time.
All right. So as I was kind of mentioning before, if you followed the White Skull from after Avarice, you would end up here, and she would go blah, 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 and then you have a green skull to go back. Imagine going through that area that got my butt absolutely handed to me, without even some of the upgrades that we got, just going to Sloth. So, and now that we're a little bit more juiced up, that stuff isn't going to scale. I think this just makes the most sense is to kind of do this after those two. And yeah, because literally you come here and then say, go back. And like to someone that's just kind of trying to follow along, that's incredibly annoying because it feels like you wasted your time. So that way we're not doing that. And now we can proceed and look longingly through here. Well, not longingly. I mean, it doesn't look that great. And, you know, in terms of like living there. And let's go on into the church.
I will never understand their attachment to such things.
Mistress.
They cling so desperately to this iconography. The symbolism of heaven and hell.
They?
Humanity. For thousands of years, they held the fruit of creation in their hands, but ignored it to squabble over totems and fables. Whatever the Creator saw in them.
Yeah, whatever they saw. And we're kind of lame. All right, so we go back here behind this, and it gets slivered. Oh, how appropriate. We get our 30th, I didn't realize, we get our 30th sliver right here. Preaching to the empty choir, I guess. And yeah, so now we'll continue to get all of the artifacts, including slivers that come across in the future, but I'm going to stop counting them with my little overlay there, because now that we have the achievement. And as you can see, there's this flame stuff. I'm actually going to wait a second for that. We're just going to go over here and grab the smallest cluster, and then we're going to go out the door and check out this graveyard. Ooh, but before that, we're going to boop. What? Oh, I thought it was in the garbage can. I guess it was in the trash bag. The Wrath Shard. Okay. I don't think I've ever destroyed those two separately. And here's an interesting area that I thought was maybe is that you can that guy will stay up there on that wall as long as you don't get too close to him, and he'll constantly summon these guys. However, there's so few and far in between that there's definitely better ways to grind, but I mean, I guess maybe in a permadeath, you know, nightmare, this could be a way to do it. But I don't know, it just seems so slow, you know. Now we got 10% more souls. Hey, just kidding. All right, so we're gonna go do that in a second. All right, now he'll jump down. Suffer no longer. And get wrecked, bro. That's right. Revenge for all the times on stream that I died over and over again now that I have a whole bunch of levels. No problem. Alright, just whatever. Okay. Yeah, see, do this trick, just knocking down there. And ooh, that looks interesting. Yep, we'll be down there shortly. For now, we're going to grab the Angelic Artifact right here. And the other thing right here. And something that I was kind of disappointed by, and if you have the Leviathan here, you can get some good Destructibles, is that there isn't, you know, we saw these big things, and I had this flashback, and I was like, oh, Darksiders 2, Darksiders 1, let's destroy all these, and we'll get a secret chest, and we can finally skull whip face or something. No. There's nothing. I am disappointed in my day is ruined. I can't remember the whole meme, but yeah, that measurably disappointed my day is ruined, whatever it is.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
There, I'm cool, right? That's cool. Wink, wink, not judge. I'm like you kids. I can spout the memes, and now we're going to jump on up and look at that, and know that we'll come back and get that little purple pimple. Grab ourselves a healing shard right here. Look around, see nothing. Go up more scaffolding.
I already know the answer, but...
Yes, we're going down there. See? An outpost of the angels.
But that isn't our exact mission.
It became our mission when I found my horse skewered by angel spears.
And yes, that's correct. If we had not gone into that little cutscene with Wrath's area, not cutscene, that little bit of dialogue by Wrath's area, that would be the first time we've mentioned it in like 2 bosses. So Yeah, that seems correct. And we're gonna, you know, definitely not. But a small lurcher clump here. Jump on down. Grab ourselves one more thing. And then one more thing. I'm okay. My brain is not stroking out. And whoop. I'll let you do that to me because I don't like it. And get a large lurcher cluster here. I would have grabbed it earlier, but I was like, heck no, we're jumping over here anyway. Let's be, if we're going to be inefficient with grabbing, you know, completely skipping things for the sake of the backtracking episode, which kind of goes against my better nature. Man, I just had a weird flashback. So, story time. The first thing I think I ever uploaded to this channel that is long gone by now. Goodbye, Pilgrim. I'm telling a story. I don't need you, Pilgrim. Was some sort of like just little like cinematic little bit of text on screen that says, how do you want your guide? Do you want a guide to be efficient or optimized? And it was like efficient is like, you know, backtrack as little as possible. And optimized was gather everything as soon as possible. Like, you know, even if the backtrack could place multiple times, then backtrack. And I think like 10 people saw that video and commented on it or something, and they said optimize. So that literally was the start. That's how I started with Darksiders 1, and then that's my thing with Darksiders 2. And that's essentially what I'm doing for 3, except that I'm not doing it because of this non-linear shenanigans. So I am very excited for when we get the Force Hollow, then we can actually start being optimal again. All right, story time over. Now let's destroy this webbing finally and watch the destruction. If anyone actually remembers that video, I'll be incredibly surprised because that was before I even uploaded a single clip with my voice in it, so who knows? Who knows?
You do know how to make an exit. Literally.
Thanks, Watcher. That's very kind of you. Now we're to go over here and grab a large lurcher cluster. And a sliver of adamantine. And apparently that is enough to waken up all of the skeletons in the crypt underneath the church. So we're just gonna have to whip them all. Put their souls to rest in my pocket. So they can be eaten by Vulgrim. Sorry, boys. Go through here, destroy this priceless pottery. Because again, I just don't like it. Looks dumb. And then into this crazy room. Oh man, these rooms. Okay, so this is like, if there's ever a room that needs like a strategy, it's this one. Take out these frickin' archers the first thing you do. Otherwise, you will have a heck of a time. They can hit you even while you're like, you know, completely hidden. Alright, so there's 3 archers. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, so you can't even dodge while I'm in the air. I tried to like air dodge and I couldn't. Yeah, that's right. Get off your stupid platforms. Oh, okay. Well, your window was weird there. Heal up, and then we'll take you. Alright. Alright, you're good, and you're stunned. Fantastic. Alright, and right over here we have another red-eye monster that we can fire dodge like bosses. But he also blocks like a little baby. And we cannot dodge like a bunch of little babies. Okay, I take it back. Totally can dodge. Okay, take it back again. Totally can't dodge. Alright, we got him. We got him, folks. Alright. Get our fragment from him. And the large cluster. And then we're going to run over to this corner. And bloop, grab ourselves a Wrath Shard. Then run over to here. Grab ourselves a fire sack full of a medium cluster. And look over here and be like, "Aw, aw." But don't worry, we'll be back and we'll grab that. It'll be a little while. And let's proceed onwards down to here, this fun place we saw before.
Mistress, you seem distracted.
We horsemen are defined by a great many things. Our mission, our gifts, and our solitude. For so long, I cannot even remember. Rampage was my only companion.
Mistress,
Forget it. The horseman is not defined by the horse.
The horseman is not defined by the horse. I mean, kinda, I guess. Alrighty. Sure, we'll go with that. But yeah, no, obviously, character growth is important, and I'm not joshing that. I'm just, my general dislike of the fact that we don't have a horse, and we're a horseman. Alright, so we got that egg thing up there, we got that small lurcher cluster here, we got that medium cluster here, and we get our medium lurcher cluster. And here is one of my exhibits for why I personally believe that the game is not originally non-linear. And it's this specific room. So I come up over here, and you're like, oh, this seems like a good path. Let's switch over to here, boom. But we could potentially come here without the storm. So is this a block that means, oh, we got to go back and kill Avarice or kill Sloth? No. There just so happens to be in this cavern with slime and not much debris and cave walls and whatever, church up there that because we saw down here before. There just happens to be some, look at that, perfect rebar pipes. What? That, to me personally, seem a little out of place. And I think that's one of my thoughts, that this was retrofitted to be non-linear. And that's my belief. We'll get that fragment in there. Because I believe this was really meant to be traversed just with the Storm Hollow, and then they changed it. So they could say you could do bosses in different orders. And I also believe that dialogue is a good example of that too. Where why is, even though Rampage died a little while ago, like after Wrath, before we did either two bosses, why is this the first time that we're talking about it? And that's because this is the only point that we would have been forced through here, if that makes sense. Like, if it had triggered at any other point, then it would, let me rephrase. If it triggered at a different point, it potentially could have been missed, but we needed to have that moment before the story started to progress. So it had to trigger there no matter what, because if it didn't, then it potentially could have been missed and then could have been triggered after the story had already progressed and the story moment wouldn't have made sense anymore. So they did it here instead, just to make sure that happened before the story started to get progressed, even though that meant we had 2 whole sins without a single mention of the dead frickin' horse. So anyway, and just by my random thoughtless ramblings, just my random ramblings, and we'll grab this medium lurcher. And while we do the Storm Hollow, and feel free to do it and grab some stuff up there, we will also gather the stuff over there with our great backtrack. And I think that's really what my great backtracking is compensating for, is that I feel like the nonlinearity was shoehorned in later. So that's why we're kind of compensating for it in a different way than maybe would be obvious.
Look up ahead, mistress. What is that?
Probably something new to kill.
Mans. Oh, they're adorable.
In what realm is this considered adorable?
Perhaps that's an overstatement, but it is innocent.
Nothing in this world is innocent.
On, horsey. I guess we don't have horses, but we got masks. We got masks, and I feel kind of bad about doing that, but these are like essentially moving platforms, Cthulhu monster platforms, that you can jump on like this, and that's probably the best way to do it, but if you ever need to, you can just bloop, and go up that way. So, yeah. Those are the Mansks. Grab ourselves this healing shot right here. Go on down.
At least your adorable monster served a purpose.
Harsh, even for you, mistress.
Yeah, that's a little bit mean. Mansk was just minding its own business, being a Cthulhu monster and all. Alright, so unexpected interruption, and I don't know what the heck I was talking about, so if there's this completely non sequitur for you guys, my apologies. But we're going to grab our large Lister Clutcher. Take out all of these spider boys. Oh, I thought I got you. Okay, well, that was the wrong button. I cannot let you live. And we'll admire this purple pimple. And... over here. Oh, no! Uh-oh. That was a close one. We definitely didn't know that was coming. Oh, dang. That was a perfect one. I had to stop talking there for a second. Get ourselves a fragment of adamantine. Alright, so now we are going to go look at that hole and go, oh man, I wish we had the thing to get through there. Don't worry, we will soon. Come on over here. And crawl through another little crevice. Crawly hole. Kneeling passage. A Sam Fisher hole. Okay, alright. Running out of ideas. We're going to be at the Bonelands.
What would you ask
And
of
you
this?
can see
Please take
we have our first serpent hole, the hulking carcass here at the Bonelands.
as you wish.
But since we are good,
Do make sure they
we don't have a whole bunch of souls, we're gonna wait a little bit.
This trek would be much easier on horseback. Too soon.
Again, you're here to watch, not to speak.
Oh, I'm here for much more than that.
Is dying on your agenda?
A threat.
I haven't decided yet.
Little bit of a whiplash there from the previous moment, but, you know, whatever. Whatever. Because we have our fragment of adamantine. Yeah. And we have to deal with Sloth wannabe here. Though he's got different powers, but he's got a throne. More of a throne than whatever Sloth was on. And this one floats without needing slaves, so much more efficient. Well, I guess maybe it takes some sort of, you know, supernatural power to run, which might be exhausting, too much for Sloth to deal with. I can get by his Kamehamehas and take him out. Alright, cool. Continue on here. And up. Take out this guy before he starts to block. Oh, so close. And don't let this guy annoy the crap out of us too much. And actually he does. I'm going to let this guy come over here to us. I guess that's kind of pointless. And I really don't like this guy. I just want to take him out before he does too much damage. All these spawning guys can get very annoying. Make sure we heal. Thank you. And got him before he got too bad. Sometimes I even pull out Havoc there just to take him out. Alright. Good. And we could grab this before, but we didn't. a medium lurcher cluster. And I don't know why I thought there was a guy there, because there definitely is not. Grab ourselves a small lurcher cluster here in those barrels, and then go check out that purple stuff and be like, oh, another way we can't go yet. Large lurcher cluster. And come over here to this red eye who's just chilling. And you might also notice that there's bad guys hanging out in here, but they're not actually bad guys. Well, take that back. This one is. Like, some are, some aren't. So you want to take them out, get some extra souls. Go for it. Or this one is alive or not. Actually, I'm not going to trigger him because I don't want to have to deal with both of these guys at the same time. Oh yeah. Dodge. Big dodge face. And that got spit back in my face right away. So let's pretend I didn't say that. Alright, I'm done with your shenanigans here, buddy. Alright, fragments. Are you a live one? You are. Sometimes they just give you some extra souls. They're not actually what you gotta kill. A little extra souls ain't bad, either way. We get ourselves an Invigoration Core, allowing us to carry another Nephilim's Respite. Thank God, because I certainly need them.
Another one of your adorables.
I'm never living that one down, am I?
On the contrary, it may prove useful.
And we'll look at this and be like, oh man, can't do that yet either. We got the demonic artifact in there when I was complaining about the nonlinear messing up the dialogue. And we hit the Mansk over to there. But before we go up there, we're going to run in here. And now that those guys come after us too badly, because we can actually kill them very easily, grab that fragment.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Let's jump on up here. Get you. Alright, now let's see if we can... Yeah, now we can reach them more easily. We don't have the tools to destroy the hives just yet. Well, I mean, I'm sure you can figure it out, but not the way you're meant to destroy them. But we will very shortly. That's right, I backflip. Your mama backflip. I don't know where I was going with that. And before we do that, we're going to crawl over here and get ourselves a Havoc Shard. Very nice. And crawl, destroy a desk for no reason, and crawl through this. Get very, very close to a dead body and not actually have to go over there. I can just kind of go over here and go, whoop, save myself a few steps. Speedrun strats, baby. And we're going to come down to another Volgrim here. First, we have Wrath Shard. And a Lurcher Clump.
What would you ask of this humble merchant?
We're going to feed you some souls, Volgrim. That's what we're going to ask of you.
As you wish.
What have we got here? I want more dodgy damage. Dodger damage. It says I don't want to do a force respawn. I am going to buy these. Although, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, and I'm already regretting it. But I really don't want to have to reload. That's our second biggest enemy besides frame rate occasionally in this game is the loading times. Okay.
I smell pigeon. What angels remain call this their nest.
For now, it will be soon if I don't learn the truth about Rampage.
Yeah. And as you saw, these undead angels handily handled the real angels. So I just kind of let them do their thing so we don't have to fight all of them at once. Glad we bought those Nephilim recipes. Nephilim recipes. Anyone want a cooking show with the horsemen? Wars, Wonder Bread, and Furious Furikake rice? I don't know. I don't know what my mind jumped to seaweed. But anyway, there's that nodule there. And this is what I came over here for in the first place. Haha. Medium Lurcher Cluster. And we have another beautiful little Mansk. And a force wall that we can't do anything about. That doesn't actually go anywhere. But, you know, looks like it'll be interesting. And if you haven't already figured this out already, these guys can be pretty annoying to direct. You kind of have to be farther back than you think. Otherwise, they might just, like, you know, go like billiard ball and just, like, go straight to your right instead of, like, you put a spin on it when you fucked up at the pool table. Like that. Just totally went behind me somehow. Total whiff. And then now... Alright, so we're trying to get it over here. There we go. And jump on up. And say hello to the Griffin. At least that's what I call it. I don't know if that's what the game calls it. I call them the Griffins. Which is a very doable fight at this stage, but it does have a very annoying attack that can, like, one hit kill you, even if you have all the health points that I do. That's not it. I want him to do the attack. Come on, baby. That's not the attack either. I'll set you on fire just to make myself happy. That's not it either. It's like this beam that's hard to get out of if you get caught in it. Yep, and that can literally, like, stun lock you and one hit kill you. So you gotta be careful on any game mode because you can do quite a bit of damage. Even like on story, you can do a lot of damage. And took him out right before that was a problem. Alright. Get ourselves a medium lurcher there. And the quintessential, at least it's not a lava waterfall this time, the regular waterfall, fragment of adamantine behind the waterfall. And make a quick little detour over here. Admire the dead tree. And get a couple souls out of the guys hanging in it. The guy, I guess. But there's two. There's only one. And grab this Lurcher cache that we would have seen in a second if we didn't grab it first. I feel like, is there not a second one in here? Man, I'm like tripping. I'm tripping, man, I'm tripping. All right. Now we jump over the bus barricade. And that is where we're going to go, but we can't get there yet. And there actually is something down there, but we're going to grab that when we go over there. And you might hear yelling. That is yelling from right here. That we will... There she is. We will gather that in a moment. For now, we gotta deal with you. So when you do actually fight the angels, they are pretty glass cannony. They can do a lot of damage very quickly, but they're pretty easy to take down. They are not... They do not take much damage. Alright, we'll gather a medium lurcher cluster, destroy these barrels because I just don't like them. Alright. Exactly the situation I didn't want to end up in. So see, they went down so quick. They're just little babies in the sky with wings. Little winged sky babies. Alright, so we got a medium lurcher cluster. We're going to destroy this. And, oh, I mean, I was about to say do absolutely nothing, but I guess he broke that dumpster for me. Thanks, I guess. I popped that nothing because I just didn't want to get KO'd by the angel. All right, and we'll look at this force wall, and we will be back for that. Destroy this because dumpsters are smelly, and grab that large lurcher cluster on the spool of wire. And now we're here. We have another little baby Mansk. That is in the glowy of glow rocks. And we're going to definitely not do anything questionable. And push him over here. Jumping up here and take out these boys. And okay. Alright. Nope, 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 nope. I'm like concentrating. The fight's not that hard. Got you and got you. Alright, that was pretty smooth. If I don't talk, it's much easier, I gotta say. And but that would make a great video, right? Just me just not talking. Well, if you see some of the comments on the Darksiders 2 videos, that's exactly what they want. But they can go somewhere else for that, or hit the mute button. It's not like that's in their control or nothing. And now we're going over here. We're gonna take on this angel. Again, it's just a little winged baby boy. Bye-bye. This guy sometimes comes up, sometimes doesn't, but he's just going to sit there and watch us kill his brother and take the shiny thing. Rejuvenation core, and we get ourselves maximum vigor. And it says maximum vigor, but there is actually a few more healing things. So I'm not quite sure why you get it only at 4, and it says maximum, but you do. There's actually 2 more that are coming. But anyway. We'll say goodbye to our angel broski down there. And go through there in a second, but first we're going to swing over here. Grab ourselves fortification shard. Still pretend to not have, you know, be hurt by all the people. That said, I was so annoying, I just talk, though, you know, I listened to some of my old stuff and I totally get where they're coming from. But, you know, maybe that's just me. Just me. You know, you always look back and things you could do things differently. And, but that's not the way to live a good life. You just gotta keep looking forward. Look it up. Alright, so we'll grab that Havoc Shard. Run over here, because there's nothing here. Obviously, that's why I decided to do it. And I don't know about you, but on my screen, this place is especially dark. But before we deal with that, we're going to go over here, get this human. Send her back to Ulthane and grab ourselves a fragment of adamantine for our trouble. All right. So here's a fun little brain puzzle. And by that, I don't mean like you have to think too hard. I mean like there's literally a bug that eats brains and you throw it at things. So we do that and we open up the first part. If you recall, where the Mansk was sitting, it was surrounded by 3 different purple barnacle things. That is where we are now, just on the other side of it. And boom, boom. And I messed that throw up. Yeah, performance anxiety. We'll go with that. A lot of trouble aiming when you're being watched and grabbing too soon. You know, just hashtag YouTuber problems. And throw that there. And that's all we need to do technically, but as you might see here, there is that. So I actually am not a... Well, I mean, that's not completely true. I'm 100% sure you're kind of meant to do this here, but I gotta say, the timing is really tight. It's obviously doable. It's just really tight and... Holy moly. Can't believe I got in one shot. But if you are having difficulty, don't feel bad. So we're going to come back here, because we have to come back for that force wall, if you recall. That was in that room over there. So we'll come back and I'll make sure to remind you guys if you missed it. You can just destroy it without using a bug. You can have the Hollow do it for you. And we'll grab the Angelic Artifact. Alright. I do believe that's the intentional way, because there's that ramp there and everything. It's just the timing can be really tight and sometimes difficult. I had trouble with it the first few times. I actually can't believe I got it on the first try here, but I did. Alright, so we're knocking you into the water. Forever and forever banish you to this water pit. But before we go down there, we're going to go down here and get this medium lurcher. Alrighty. Hair's off, hair on. Jump on up. And there we go. Boom.
Hardly the heavenly outpost I was expecting.
When we go in,
We're going in?
keep your mouth shut for a change.
I was trying to look up the building, I swear. Sorry, Fury. And... Alrighty. Alright, so my game actually crashed right when I was walking into the building, so we're back here. I respawned back, I had to like get the Angelic Artifact again behind the thing. That might throw off my counts for the trophy. If you don't know this already, the game adds up all of your collectibles across all the playthroughs towards the achievements. So for example, if you like only got 1 human and then restart the game over and over and over again, you eventually get like the 20 human achievement without having to collect anything but that first human. So I don't know if that's going to affect my count or not, because I just collected 2 for Angelic, but we'll find out eventually if it ever flips early. But anyway, we're clicking this again. And now we're actually going to walk in here and hopefully not crash. Okay. And we're going to get this healing shard. And what the heck? Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, that's not supposed to be there. Well, if you don't crash and you come back here, this is just supposed to be an empty room and you go through there. So I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what's going to happen here. Look, I can grow over him. Alright, this has just been a fun-filled episode.
Awesome. Fare thee well.
We haven't even met yet. Okay, well, you know, let's see what happens. We'll grab this medium lurcher cluster over there. And I'm gonna go meet you for the first time, Lucille.
Mistress, they don't look happy to see us.
They shouldn't be. Hordes of heaven, you know who I am, what I am. If you would see the sun set this day, you will...
Feel the burn of heaven's blade!
Good. I hate talking.
Alright, so we got our little mini boss fight here. Though we haven't met the boss part yet.
Is your brother least afraid of me? Draw you all before he confronts me.
He's not afraid. He just talked to me out there. And actually, I have had this area glitch out before, where like the angels wouldn't spawn, and the guy that's coming right now, the actual boss with the health bar, didn't spawn at all, and I had to restart. So I don't know. Shiz can go wonky. All right, here we go. Angelic Champion. That's what I meant. Angelic Champion. Good wording, I think. And we're going to fight him. Not let him hit us with his little angel sword there. Alright, I'm actually going to risk this. I want to see if he's still there. He's still there! Lucille's definitely not supposed to be there. Okay, alright, that's enough. And I'm pretty sure that is War's voice doing that. So that's fun. Okay, nope, not dying to this. I'm not possibly screwing this up again. Who knows where he'll be now? He'll be like, you know, 3 of them there, and I won't be able to get through. Alright, does that attack, we get out to the side. Okay, I'm actually going to pay attention now. And use this so I can heal with it. Flip to the regular healing shard. Get some damage in. Use the healing shard. Or not. There we go. Oh, I used the Undying Shard. Okay, that works. Not what I meant, but cool. Alright, I'm so focused on like switching my things. Okay, there we go. Alright, we got this. I'm just all over the place. Professional YouTuber here. And now we finally get to meet Lucille for the first time?
Your rage is misplaced, Horseman.
I sincerely doubt it, Bird.
Lucille! Here to finish the job your brother War began?
I have no idea what War did or did not do, nor do I care.
So, you're here to steal the souls of my fellow angels, then? You think I don't recognize a weapon of the Lord of the Hollows?
I serve none but the Council. I hunt the 7 deadly sins, at least those who remain. But another task consumes me. Betrayal by your glorious kingdom.
Oh, yes. Look upon my works, ye mighty, and laugh. We can hardly defend ourselves, let alone spare the energy to betray a great horse.
My steed, Rampage, was slaughtered by angelic weaponry before I could summon him to Earth. I will know why, and I will have blood.
Take me at my word. I have no love for the horsemen. Thanks to you, the apocalypse is at hand, and we... I have no knowledge of any conspiracy against you, or your mission on Earth.
Of his kind, Lucille is honorable.
Just because he doesn't know doesn't mean it's not happening.
As you can see, I've problems of my own. Perhaps we can strike a deal, Horseman. Lately, I have seen my own forces ravaged, losing more and more every day. To my horror, I have learned that my brethren are being murdered by our nightmares made real. Abominations, undead angels. Demons are also its target, taking them into the realm of the undead as well.
And who, in your estimation, is responsible?
The only force in the universe capable of such a heretical act is lust.
Lust? You're insane. I've crossed paths with lust before. They have no such power.
And what makes you think that the world as you've known it is the world we're now in? An unnamed demon is rumored to have bestowed upon lust the very power to take on the forces of heaven and hell. A spoiler in the apocalypse. Lust transforms angel and demon likened to the undead. Mindless things, bent only on violence and destruction.
And so if I eliminate lust, thus solving your dilemma, you will in turn provide something for me. Is that the deal you propose?
Indeed, if it be in my power. And to prove we mean no ill will towards you, horsemen. May this crossblade serve you well in your crusade against lust. Unchecked, her growing strength will doom us all.
Find out who tried to kill me. In exchange, I will force lust to reveal the source of their power before I destroy them.
We have a pact.
If I discover you have in any way lied to me, you will wish it was one of my brothers tearing out your heart.
Salvation. We have our ranged weapon now to take out buggies and solve puzzles and all sorts of fun stuff. And that's what I was wondering. So if you're wondering why we suddenly teleported to a different place and he was leaning on nothing, it's because Usil's supposed to be right here. I haven't seen this before, so he's usually right here. You can talk to him. I guess he's down there where we saw him leaning on nothing. But before we proceed, and I guess with a, sorry to Gunfire that this is the version that's going to be immortalized in my walkthrough. We're going to grab that thing over there. We'll grab this angelic artifact here. Jump down here. Grab this fragment. And run over here. Destroy this angel's stuff. No, just grab the thing in the corner and destroy these weapons you're looking over. Sorry, not sorry.
Do not expect the angels to trust you.
Why? Well, considering you guys can teleport everywhere. Alright, let's see if he's actually down there. Again, he's not supposed to be there. He's supposed to be up at that desk where we saw him in the cutscene. Hey, buddy.
May your vengeance on lust be swift and deadly.
Man, your core must be that's some serious core strength there, my dude. All right. Well, if you ever want to know what Usil said to you before you ever met him, then I guess we got that on video now. And we collected up all the things that are around the angel base. Destroyed a few swords, which is fun and all. And we're going to walk on through here.
Perhaps your threat will keep him in line.
Doubtful. Would you trust him?
I'm not the one that has to. Also, trust isn't part of a Watcher's vocabulary. Present company included, of course.
Ugh, insufferable ghost.
And there's one more thing here you don't want to miss. And, no, so let's talk about trust. We were just murdering each other a second ago. But anyway, demonic artifact. Well, that is why they're talking about trust. Whatever, you know what I mean. It's easy to drop down here and miss the demonic artifact that's back there. Because you can't actually go back up. You have to go all the way around. But for now...
That's it! Oh, hello, Fury. You're looking radiant and flush with blood rage.
I have no time for you, demon.
No, you are a very busy horseman, with people to go and places to slay, I'm sure. But I was wondering if in your bard-worthy travels, you happened across an artifact. Nothing special.
An artifact? What does it look like?
Well, it's a trinket, really. A novelty crafted by the birds. Sort of a cross with pointy edges and... I may have lied. It's not a trinket. But please cut me a break. The demon has to eat.
I found it. It's mine.
I'll pay you 1,000,000 souls for it.
Souls are your currency. Sharp objects are mine. No deal. However, you might be of service to me. Have you seen the undead angels and demons?
Ah, the unlife. Sadly, yes. Those who were once beyond mortality deserve better. Now, I have no lost love for the birds, but that's just wrong.
We're done then. If you hear anything, do let me know.
Does nothing shake you? Do you not feel any empathy, watching those who once loomed so large robbed of the very force they sought to control? Life.
Perhaps after I find out why they're trying to kill me, I'll make time to feel sorry for them.
My, she's cold. Intoxicating. What a hot-headed demon that is.
Alright, so before we head off and we learn a little more about the Unlife, as Vulcan calls them, we'll take a look here. And as you can see, there is no additional artifacts. So even though we beat like a boss, we didn't get any additional artifacts. And that actually changed from the original release of the game. I believe you did get them, and then some people get them, some wouldn't. But it is my understanding that you no longer get artifacts from beating the Angel Champion. At one point you might have, but you don't seem to do anymore. If you do, please let me know. But if you're completely updated, you will not get any additional artifacts from beating the Angel Champion. Alright. This might be a very long episode, and we are going to call it. So, this has been the 5th episode of the Darksiders 100% walkthrough with fun guest stars of buggy game stuff. And next time, we will continue on to probably get the next Hollow. But for now, I want to thank everyone so much for watching. I really, 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 really appreciate it. And if you'd like, subscribe, comments. Comments are wonderful. I love reading all your guys' comments. If you want to let me know what you think, I would greatly appreciate it. It means so much to me. And if you'd like the spreadsheet guide, that's always in the description. If you want to follow along, make sure you don't miss anything that we get along in the episodes. And that's it for now. Once again, this is Cuddle. I'm signing off, and I'll see you again next time.